On an average, 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by the second week of February. Why? Because people do not put in the right processes, systems that are required in order to achieve these goals, especially when these goals call upon building good habits, routine, and discipline that is not a part of the day-to-day lifestyle. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 tips that you can implement in order to achieve success in your 2021 goals. Tip number 1, set your primary goals. Ensure that you choose 1 to 3 key goals for the year. This helps you focus on what really matters most and does not spread you too thin. Use the Pareto principle, which is the 80-20 rule, where you spend 20% of your effort to get 80% of the result. When you set those 1 to 3 primary goals, make sure you use a really good goal-setting framework such as the SMART framework. Make sure you write them down. Make sure you are including your why in why you want to achieve those goals, as well as some detailed steps on the what and the how you are going to put in place to achieve these goals. Now, they say a goal without a plan is simply a wish. So my tip number 2 to you is to start doing quarterly planning. So take those 1 to 3 goals that you've set up and break them down into chunks of 90 days where you can have micro tasks or mini tasks that you execute on every 90 days. So make sure that on January 1st, April 1st, July 1st, and September 1st, you are not only setting new goals for that quarter, but also doing a check-in on the previous quarter. How did you do? What adjustments do you need to make? And most importantly, are you celebrating those victories? Because that is very important to celebrate our progress. By doing so, you will no longer be a part of the 80% of the people who wake up in December and all of a sudden say things like, where did the year go? Oh my gosh, time flies, and I didn't have a chance to act on my goals. By treating the quarterly dates of January 1, April 1, July 1, and September 1 with the same importance that other dates in your life, such as your birthday, your wedding anniversary, your parents' birthday, your siblings' birthday, your spouse's birthday, whatever it is, treat these dates with the same importance as the key dates in your life. Now for tip number 3. In order to achieve astounding results, you not only need planning, but you also need to develop a routine, discipline, and laser focus. And the way you do that is by adopting a weekly and a daily planning practice. So for the weekly planning, I suggest that you carve out some time on a Sunday evening or a Monday morning, 15 minutes to 30 minutes tops. This is dedicated, uninterrupted time that you give yourself. Take a piece of paper, and on the piece of paper, write down 3 important things, 3 priorities you're going to achieve that week. And of course, these priorities are tied to the 1 to 3 goals that you have set up for the year. Once you write down these 3 priorities, then start doing a daily plan for the 5 days of the week. The daily plan is broken out into hours where you dedicate certain slots in that day where you execute on those priorities you have outlined, the 3 priorities for the week. Now, I prefer to do my daily planning 1 day at a time versus 5 days at a time. And here's why. At the end of each day, it's a good practice to go through your daily checklist and say, did I achieve what I set out to achieve? If yes, great, let me celebrate the wins. And did I not achieve what I set out to achieve? So what were my challenges? What were the obstacles? And you can make adjustments accordingly for the next day. So there you go. The discipline of daily and weekly planning will help you get laser focus, develop a routine, and good habits, which will lead you to astounding results. I'm curious, what systems, strategies, or processes have you put into place to achieve your goals for this year? So please comment and let me know so that we can share it with others who are viewing this video. And I wish you all the best in achieving your 2021 goals. Take care.